Welcome back to another video. It's been a long time, I know. I think it's probably been like, I did like a pickup video maybe 2.5 months, 3 months ago. Don't really remember. So yeah, I've been getting a lot of stuff, so I thought it was time to make a video before this area is overflowing with stuff. Also want to start talking about selling off stuff as well, because I've been, when the Switch came and when I started selling off before the Switch, and only like focus on stuff I really want and basically just Nintendo consoles, and not all of them, far from it, but with the Switch craze I kind of jumped ship a bit and got a little bit into that limited run, strictly limited super rare games. There's so many companies now putting out games and really nice like collector's editions, so I went a little bit crazy with that. And lately I've been looking through my games like, why do I have this one? It's not my kind of game. The games I really like nowadays is 2D platformers, adventure games in some sort, 3D platformers, not all of them, shoot 'em ups, definitely not bullet hells, I don't like those, but good shoot 'em ups, some racing games, and yeah. So there's a lot of other games in my collection for the Switch that I'm like, why do I have this? So I sold off a lot of my Switch games. I mean, I kept the ones I wanted, of course, but let's see what I sold on the Swedish eBay, Tradera. I mean, I sold off Lumo, Broken Age, Old Man's Journey, Flashback, the 25th anniversary collection. I don't know what I bought that. You know, like Octopath Traveler, the Traveler's Compendium edition, Golf Story collector's edition, Ace Attorney Phoenix Wright trilogy collector's edition, and I even sold off some Zelda stuff. The Zelda steering wheel, gold steering wheel for the Wii U, and a Zelda Breath of the Wild wire controller that I actually saw Chris, the Zelda collector, got as a birthday gift. Because I don't really, when I collect Zelda, I don't really want to collect those kind of third-party things. I mean, there's controllers, Zelda themed controllers, third party, they are all over the place. There are so many of them. It's not really, you know, that kind of Zelda I want to collect. So I let this go, and as some of you know, like Shock 16 and Pete on the Retro Tip and Tim Bad Fuck Up, I don't have a big apartment. It's a 2-room apartment, and I can't collect everything for what I collect. And what I collect is, when it comes to like collections, is Zelda, Mario Kart. Yeah, actually I collect Mario Kart. I love Mario Kart. It's probably the series I play the most hours. And Resident Evil 4. So, and apart from that, it's, you know, the obvious Nintendo systems. Don't really collect for, I don't collect for Nintendo 8-bit at all. The Super Nintendo, yeah, I want to get back some Super Famicom games. The first, you like the Nintendo IPs, stuff like that. Nintendo 64, yeah, maybe get back some games there, but I want them on the NTSC US or Japanese. That's about it. And then the console above that, you know, the Gamecube, Wii U, and the Switch. And Let's start this pickup video. Maybe we should start with the Gamecube, because I've been trying to make to do the swap between PAL Gamecube over to NTSC US for some reasons, and I love the boxes more, the spines. Yeah, I know that's weird, but as a collector, I kind of see games as some art as well. You know, having them like a piece of art on the wall. I like it to look good, and but that's not the main reason why I want NTSC US PAL GameCube games. Is because they have progressive scan, and many of the games have that, and then you can take advantage of the GameCube games and how they look much more. I'm not getting the GameCube HD cable, not because it's very expensive, but I'm gonna get what is that called? It's another thing that you put in. The first company that really understood how that HD cable worked and made a like a dongle you put in the back, and now they have the Mark II out, and I'm gonna get that, and I'm now actually gonna put what I got today behind that, and then to HDMI cable, and then into my modern TV. So this is the M Classic from Marseille. I got this from Indiegogo when they, you know, pledged for, you know, people pledging for getting this, and also give them the funds to do this kind of thing. I'm my English today, my God. Yeah, but this is the M Classic. A lot of people's gonna probably use this on the modern systems. You can upscale your Nintendo Switch to 4K actually, but I don't have a 4K TV. But I can definitely get it. You know, my 720p games up to 1080 with this. But it does a lot more, and the best way to understand this one is probably watch one of my favorite YouTube channels actually, Adam Koralik. He does fantastic pickup videos. He goes all around the world, pick up games and go to conventions and any sort of gaming related stuff. But he's also really good at explaining and take a look at these kind of gadgets, how to improve the games to look on your telly. Let's start with the pickup video. We start with the GameCube then. So I had maybe like 10-15 games left to complete my complete set of GameCube and TSC games. So I posted a question on Retro Realm and asking for GameCube and TSC games, and let's start with this one. So this guy said he had this one, and I think we swapped. So I got this game, as you can see, it's Mario Kart Double Dash. I already have this in so many versions now, and he got my Game Boy Player disc for the GameCube, the PAL one, because I'm not really needing that, and he also gave me £10, I think. Fucking hell, my memory. So we did a swap with that, and that was the Mario Kart Double Dash, but the special edition with the bonus disc with promos from other games. And my God, this was in such a good nick. It was absolutely mint. I was so happy when it got here. And but then I realized it was also in French here, so I was thinking, fucking hell, is that the Canadian version? And the stripe really looked different. I think I saw that stripe in an, you know, looking differently on another version. Or maybe this was the one I didn't swap with him. Maybe this was the one I got in Sweden. I don't remember, but I got the American one as well. Like you can see there, it's a different kind of stripe. So I got them both. One I bought here in Sweden, and the other one I traded with a guy in Retro Realm. And if he's watching, he's probably not. Thank you very much, mate, for the swap there, for the trade. Then we go through another quick one I got just the other week for like £7, I think, £6 maybe. And you're probably thinking, well, why do you get that one? Is that really something you want in your GameCube collection? Yeah, this is a favorite game of mine. I remember when I showed this to my dad back then when I had it on the PS2, I think. And I'm like, look at this, it's like playing a real movie. And when this came out, it was extraordinary, and that is Medal of Honor Frontline. Absolutely love this game, so I had to get the NTSC version as well for that. And with this post on Retro Realm, I got almost all the games I needed for my GameCube collection. I got 7 from him. I think I'm now just missing Mario Party 6 and Beyond Good and Evil, and maybe all the special editions, big boxes and those kind of things. But mostly I'm just after 2 more games for the GameCube collection to actually call it a complete set, and I'm super happy with that. Before we going through that, I was actually going to a retro convention last weekend. I was so pumped for this, and I knew it's going to be a lot of sellers, a lot of people selling like NTSC stuff, both the app in US, and I was pumped. And I booked the train, and it was 5:30 in the morning, and I was doing night shifts at the moment, so I missed the fucking train. So I didn't go. And my god, it was so horrible. And you know, you don't get your money back when you buy a train ticket like that. So I missed that. I saved my money though, because I probably go ahead and spent like a lot of money. So that's the only kind of good thing about it, to be honest. Another thing that I wrote down here I'm really happy about is Corners DeLorean, my friend and yours, Daz, is back on the tubes with his original channel. It's called Corners DeLorean 2.0. So go check it out, guys. Get subbed again and showing support that you know you all want to give him. Fantastic channel, fantastic mate. Hope he one day will be here, and I will show him my my city. So back to the Cube collection, and no, the Cube collection is going to take a while, and there's jump cut coming up. So we're going to take a Switch game that I bought, and that is from Limited Run Games, and that is actually one I'm keeping, and it's from the people of Game Freak that make the Pokemon games. But this is the action platformer game, and this is Giga Wrecker Alt. So I'm definitely gonna keep this one with a really nice metal case as well. And here's of course I bought a collector's edition that I don't have space for, but I got rid of a lot of Switch games. The one I talked about was just sold on there on Swedish eBay, but most of the games I've sold has been on Facebook groups, and I still have out there on the table maybe 10 games I'm gonna sell. So And through this selling like Switch games, I actually found a friend here in the city that collects Switch like me and Wii U stuff, and we become good friends. He's been here a couple of times, bought games for me, and I definitely see me and him hanging out in the future. I hope. Andreas, if you're watching this, yeah, that's cool. The coolest thing about collecting, you can, when you find like people that had the same interest, and you can actually talk and show your collections, because it's not very often I have people over here to watch, talk about my collection and goals and stuff like that. And it's going to be a jump cut now. So collecting these kind of limited run games, strictly limited games. There's one company, it's called Strictly Limited Games from Germany. So at the beginning, when I got this collector's edition, I thought they were fantastic, and they all look kind of the same kind of shape and size, and I like that. And so early on, I decided I want all their collector's edition, and there were a lot of games coming out that's not really for, what do you call them in banana fly? We call them in Swedish. Fucking hell, hate them. So I decided I want to get them all, weirdly, because there were games I'm not really into, like beat 'em ups. So when there was a beat 'em up that came out called 99 Vidas, it sold out so quick that even though I was there like the first second, I couldn't get it, and it really pissed me off. So I bought 2 normal versions. I don't know why, so I'm not going to keep these. So I have 2 normal versions of 99 Vidas now. Just out of spite, I bought these 2. I don't know why. They sold out really, really fast, and it's, to be known, a really good beat 'em up game. But I'm not into that. And then I realized, why am I buying these strictly limited collector's edition if I don't want them in my collection? So I got rid of a few, and but I also had already bought one that I'm also not keeping. I haven't even opened it. I'm not going to open it. I'm going to sell it. And look at these boxes from Strictly Limited. They're fantastic. And this is Raging Justice. A really cool beat 'em up to look at. It is, but not my kind of game. So that's another one that I'm not keeping. I'm not scalping them and trying to get like a lot of money. I'm going to put them on Swedish eBay for starting bid £1. So if they sell for a lot, it's not really on me. Another game from Limited Run that I'm not going to keep is that I got recently is Aegis. And first, when I looked at it gameplay, I thought it maybe would be something for me, but looked into it a bit more, so that's going as well. So those are the games that I'm not keeping, that I got for this pickup video. What next? Maybe we can take some physical game stuff, physical media stuff. I mean, one of my favorite movies from the 80s. I collect 80s movies, but it's always been way too expensive to get a copy of this. I don't know if it was a really low print or something. So I got the Korean version, but with everything in English, and that's Leviathan. I don't know if you remember this movie with Peter Weller. I absolutely love this underwater movie. Horror, no, maybe thriller, maybe. It was really good. Happy to get that. And also, this is a bit embarrassing, but I'm gonna tell you anyway. I was brought up with this when this came out, when I was in my early teens, and I remember I was at my friend Marcus' place watching TV, and suddenly this TV series came on, and there was the pilot episode. And I remember we watched it. We didn't say a word to each other the whole episode, and then we looked at each other. What the fuck was this? And we'd never seen anything like it. And now there was a new season that came out with the original cast, and so I thought I gotta see the whole TV series again before I watch that new season. I know, and I had some of the season already in physical form, so what I'm talking about is 90210. I didn't have the 5th season, so I bought that, and I didn't have the 8th season, so I bought that. I also got the 9th season. It's out in the living room, and I only need to get the 10th season out before I have them all. But I'm already up to the end of the 4th season watching them, and it's actually better than I remembered, to be honest. It is. I'm enjoying it, and I'm not embarrassed to say that, maybe a bit. Then I did a trade with a Swedish guy from Retro Realm. He had a PAL game for the Gamecube that I wanted. I know I don't collect for PAL games, but there are some collections that I collect for, so I want them all. And I don't think this come out in NTSC anyway. And this is not the one, but I had this from before. This is the gold sleeve version of Mario Kart. I don't know where you got this from in the big, when it came out, which store that had that. Probably like a pre-order bonus something. But I know this is a game exclusive sleeve, and it's not in the perfect condition. Maybe I will upgrade it someday. I don't know. But I traded him my Soul Calibur 2 that was sealed, PAL 1. And I got the silver sleeve Mario Kart limited edition collector's pack with, of course, a nice copy of Mario Kart in there. So now I got those two, nice for the collection. So we can go back to the GameCube collection again, and Retro Realm. I put up that question. There was a guy that had almost every NTSC game there is. So I said which I wanted, and he gave me a price, and I haggled a bit, not much, and I got them. I didn't get them at a monster price, but I got them at a fair price. And these are not the cheapest games either. And when they arrived and the condition they were in, I was amazed. I've never seen GameCube games that wasn't sealed or anything in this shape before. I was so happy. And the first one is Luigi's Mansion. Finally got this back again in absolutely mint condition. So happy to get that. And then we got this one I got in PAL as well, and this is Legend of Zelda Collector's Edition, the promotional disky thingy bob. Absolutely amazing condition as well. And then we got F-Zero GX, nice. And this one was really happy to get, Zelda 4 Swords, nice. I have the PAL one as well, and I have the big box as well. The PAL one, would like to get the American big box as well. I have the Japanese big box of 4 Swords as well. And then this one I think I bought in Sweden though. These are not part of the 7 games I got from him. I got this really cheap. I paid like £14 for it maybe. That's Geist. I had my list as well. And this one I wasn't sure that I wanted to get from him, but I got this pretty cheap with it. So I played it, and it's a really good game. So afterwards I'm thinking, yeah, I definitely want this in my collection. I love Rayman games, and but this is the 3D platformer compared to some other Rayman games we played over the years. Rayman 3, Hoodlum Havoc, really good game. Let me take that one later. There's 3 more games from him. He put in a couple of freebies as well. I'm going to show you that as well. And this is, I got this in PAL as well. This is Zelda Twilight Princess, mint condition. And this one is a heavy hitter, guys. I never owned this before in PAL or anything. That's Kirby Air Ride. So happy to get this. And then probably the most expensive thing in there was Mario Party 7, the big box edition. Oh my god, this was the only thing that wasn't like in mint condition. It's not too bad though, it's a bit squeezed here and there. I don't know if we can see it now because it doesn't want to focus. Yeah, it's a bit squeezed, but not too bad at all, to be honest. It's really good. So wow, so happy with that. I'm just gonna do this thing on the PC here. So happy with that. Finally seeing an end of the Gamecube collection and most of my collections. Yeah, he gave me a couple of freebies. I don't want these in my collection though, but I definitely nice to have spare and nice, really nice Gamecube boxes. If I have one that's it's not in really mint condition, I can swap them. So NHL Blitz and Madden 2002. So the cases are in really nice nick. So I'm gonna swap them with some of mine that I already have that's maybe not mint. What do we have more? We have what most people in the world has bought, Zelda Link's Awakening. I'm playing this at the moment. I haven't gone far. I'm in like the second dungeon and I'm trying to save you this experience for as long as I can. I'm not going to play it through fast. I don't see a point of that. So really happy to get that. When we all saw it, we thought it's going to be like this, but this is just like a thing, like a sleeve. So I really hate this German, like how old you have to be to play the game. I don't know, precaution thingy-bob. But and I can show you the game as well, and the steel case. So happy to get that. There's actually more Zelda in this pickup video. I will show you the next one. And I already had this one before, but I sold it off. But I never told you guys, I think. But because it wasn't really in the condition I wanted it to be. So now I got it back. Majora's Mask for the Nintendo 64 in really, really nice nick. Everything in there is really good condition. And he also gave me this acrylic case with it. So I think I paid about £60 all in with the acrylic case on a really minty copy. So I was happy about that. And I got a game from Strictly Limited. That's another company that sell like limited games, and I sold up some of them as well. But this is one game that I really want. It's like a run and gun shoot 'em up. It's called Rive. I haven't opened it yet, so I was happy to get that. I think this is still on sale on Strictly Limited, to be honest, because it hasn't sold out yet. I know there's a couple of 100 copies left. I think I got the email the other day. And it's another limited game, but in this fashion anyway. And it's from Special Reserve Games, which is another company. And they sold a fantastic game that kind of reminds me of like Shinobi or Shadow Dancer. And that is The Messenger. And with this normal version, you also got like a big box, kind of for the price of what a normal game usually sells for. I think it was like $39, something like that, maybe a bit less. I don't remember. We got this and a big like manual in here as well. And so I was really happy to get that. The Messenger is definitely a game I'm going to keep for my Switch collection. Definitely. What we have more? We have another Zelda thing here. I'm really happy to have. This is Majora's Mask 3D and super nice nick. He said it was never used, and it wasn't, and it's super good shape. And with this, of course, you get that fantastic steelbook, and the game, and then there's another thing in there, but in the box, but I'm not going to show you that. So that's another addition to my Zelda collection. Super happy with that. And almost the same day I bought that, I found this one on a Swedish Facebook group, and it was never been put together before, so I was mint. And it's one of those that they have in store when they're selling the game, and it's the Zelda Majora's Mask 3D like thingy put in stores. Probably gonna have that on the front, to be honest. I fucking love this thing. But it's not very smart of me buying these things if I have a small apartment, I know. But I don't know if I told you guys, but I'm redoing my bedroom to fit all my games in there, like I'd had before, but not as cramped as it was back then. I'm getting a smaller bed, and yeah, I'm going to repaint it, and I should have done that this summer, but I haven't, due to some issues, life issues, but don't want to talk about that now. More stuff. Another strictly limited game that I'm definitely keeping, and I absolutely love these collector's edition. Like I said, and this is R-Type Dimensions. I'm probably not going to have the sleeve on mine. Let's take that off and show you how it looks, if I can get it off. Come on, let's do this. Let's do this. It's not coming off. That's what it come off. There you go. So most of them come with this sleeve, but I don't know, I'm gonna have to store this sleeve somewhere. Come on, don't do this to me now. It's like so stuck, it's not even funny. I'm gonna rip it if I pull any harder. Come on. You could play the R-Type games in like old school kind of way and a new school kind of way, like 2D, 2.5D gameplay. And look, if you haven't seen this game, go to YouTube and definitely watch a gameplay video, because it looks absolutely amazing. So this is how they look. And they open up like so. Then you have a lot of nice booms in there, and the game, of course. And yeah, I love these, and this is definitely a game I'm going to keep for the collection, of course. I love R-Type, and there you go, that's the game, R-Type Dimensions EX. Then we got two games that I already had for the PAL. I don't know really why I'm going now with the NTSC versions of DS games now, but maybe because I'm a freak and I love nice spines, and the PAL ones aren't nice spines. And so I'm getting rid of my PAL copies of these, because the Mario Kart DS one has exactly the same front cover, the PAL one, so I don't need to keep that for my collection really. And then we got new Super Mario Brothers, the American one as well, so I'll get rid of my PAL one as well for that. Then I got a really cool no, this is the one I traded my this is one I traded my Soul Calibur 2 sealed 1 PAL for, and I think I gave him some money as well, because this is probably more expensive, I kind of thought it was more expensive than I actually found it on the internet later on. But this is a UKV version of it, so it's not the Spanish or the French one that you can see on the eBay. Not a lot, but there are some out there. But the UKV version is much harder to find, and this is a mint copy of in the Zelda franchise that I never had before, and that is Freshly Picked Tingle's Rosy Rupee Land. So I'm so happy. I got this one in Japanese already, but it's so good to have this. I really wanted to play this one and put it in my Zelda collection as well. It's such a nice copy as well. Everything is in there in like mint condition. Super happy with that one. Not many games left, boys. Don't have any fantastic in the end to show you. Oh, I think this is the last. Is it? I think it's everywhere, so I'm not sure. So the last one is another like limited games, but this is PlayAsia, and PlayAsia has started doing they started it years ago, I think, but for the Switch they started doing like limited edition games for the Switch. And there's some I kept and some I sold actually, and there's some more that is coming. And this is two action platformers, kind of in an 8-bit style, but with better graphics, if you understand what I mean. But those kind of pixels, and that is Oniken and Andalus collection. So I got that soundtrack and both games. I haven't opened them or played them yet, so but that is definitely staying in the collection. And I think that was everything. I know many of you guys are going to Blackpool for Play Expo. I was supposed to go there as well, but due to things and work and stuff and personal stuff, I couldn't go. But I will go next year in the spring or early summer, I think it is. The next big thing, I don't know where it is really, what it's called. I know Tuti's always talking about it, and it's a full weekend one as well. I can't go for one day kind of thing. If I'm going to another country, it doesn't make sense. It has to be like 2-3 days to be worth it for me to go in, and so I have to go somewhere where there's a lot of tubers as well, friends, so it makes sense going, because that's why I'm really going. I'm not really going for the expo, to be honest. I'm going to meet friends, friends of this interest that we have. Yeah, but finally I have found someone in my city that I can talk about games like this. So if you're watching Andreas, he's just doing his own game room, man cave, building up from scratch. Good luck with that, mate. I want to see the pictures and be invited in the future. That was it. This was my picker video. Yeah, and I got good old Stu to UK helped me out. I bought a thing on Retro Realm, but the guy wouldn't ship to Sweden, so he shipped it to Stu, and Stu shipped it to me, and it's here, Stu. I got it perfect, nice. Thank you very much again, mate. It's not something I'm going to show in this video because it's going to be a gift to another tuber, and maybe if he watches this, I don't want to spoil it for him. So that's going to go from one guy in England to another guy in England to me in Sweden, and then to go back to another guy, not in England though, but in the US. So yeah, that was that, guys. Hope you're having a good time, and don't overdo the collecting, guys. Maybe play some games as well, and yeah, be nice.